Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Shaw.
21 minutes before the hour now on this Thursday morning, an amazing discovery along the Missouri River, a fossil of what appears to be a 90-million-year-old fish. An Elkhorn man found the fossil while fishing in a tournament. Laura Sambol has the once-in-a-lifetime find.
Fishing is probably the most important thing in my life besides my family.
Andy Moore and fishing go hand in hand.
It's not all about catching the fish. For me, it's the process, the adventure, being outside, the sunrises, the sunsets, the sounds, just everything about fishing is me.
Now Moore might go down in history, not for the biggest catch, but for his amazing discovery. 2 weekends ago, Moore was fishing in a tournament along the Missouri River just west of Yankton, South Dakota. At first, he wasn't doing very well.
I pitched my jig and it's horrible. I'm way left. I'm like, oh man.
Moore had snagged the back of a rock and couldn't get it off his line. So he paddled his kayak up to the rock and took a look.
And I get up to it and I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. You know, I thought it was a big catfish skeleton or a deer skeleton, you know, and something told me to take a picture of it.
Later, Moore posted the pictures online. Within minutes, texts and phone calls started flooding in.
He's like, dude, did you know that's a 90-million-year-old fossil that's in that picture? I'm like, what?
Moore wanted to go back and get the rock, but taking anything from the Missouri riverbed is illegal. So he contacted a biologist with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They went back out and found the rock using the coordinates from pictures on Moore's cell phone.
The geologist guy saw it and he's like, he just jumps out of the boat in his boots, you know, he goes up to it, he's like, oh my God, you know.
The biologist confirmed with Channel 6 that the fossil does appear to be that of a prehistoric predator fish up to 90 million years old.
How freaking cool is this? You know, like I just caught something 90 million years ago that has never been seen by a human eye, let alone never been caught by an angler, a modern day angler.
As for the tournament, Moore didn't do as well as he would have liked. But this time, he's off the hook.
I wasn't there to win the tournament. I was there to find that fossil. I mean, hands down.
A very cool story. That was Laura Sambol reporting. Well, the fossil will be on display at the Lewis and Clark Visitor Center on the Nebraska side. Good Thursday morning, everyone. 19 minutes, almost 18 minutes before the hour. On a pretty fair morning, there's a little haze out there, and we do have a little high, thin moisture over Central Oregon. But apart from that, we're in grand shape this morning. 59 degrees at the Bend Airport, a gentle breeze out of the southwest. At Roberts Field, their gentler breeze out of the south-southeast, and it's 54 degrees there. So overall, a very nice, mild morning. Looking out over the lake at Black Butte Ranch, you can see a little bit of that haze out here between the viewing camera and the mountains, but overall, not a bad morning. We are looking at these clear skies staying with us through the day, with one little exception. You know, yesterday we had a few clouds that pushed through Central Oregon. No storm activity out of that, but we will see a little bit more by way of the clouds today. And we may also see a little bit by way of some storm activity to our south of Bend, Lapine, Gilchrist, Chemult, Crescent down that way. You may see a pop-up thunderstorm or two as a result of all of this moisture coming in over some very hot temperatures through the course of the day. Now, the temperatures stay warm because we're still getting a fair airflow off of this high pressure center. It's actually helping to nudge the biggest storm activity well to the east. Now, tomorrow we will start to become under the influence of a low pressure center making its way southward. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to cool dramatically. Tomorrow will be in the the upper 80s for our daytime highs. It is Saturday when these cooler temperatures will settle in. Areas to our north down through the Columbia Basin and off to the northeast, a very slight chance of a scattered shower or two on Saturday, but overall we'll see mostly sunny skies along with those cooler temperatures. Very mild this morning all across the state, central Oregon. Most of us have been scattered through the 50s, but over the last hour we've seen Sun River, Lapine, the upper elevations to our south drop into the 40s, and most of us are right now through the 50s, 63 degrees in Warm Springs. The winds are not very strong now either. We will see them take more of a northerly or northwesterly flow and pick up to 5 to 10 miles per hour. And like yesterday, we'll see some areas get gusts a tad higher than all of that. Highs today will be a little warmer than yesterday, and overnight lows tonight a little bit cooler for just about all of us. The coolest night is going to be Saturday night when we see those cool temperatures, mid-30s to mid-40s. Watch for some freezing temperatures at the upper elevations. Get out and enjoy the cool temperatures while they're here. It gets hot again next week.